Today we have to discuss on concepts of introduction to JavaScript. In JavaScript is used millions of the web pages to improve the design, validate form, detect browsers, create cookies, and much more. JavaScript is the most popular scripting language, the internet, and work in all major browsers such as Internet Explorer, Mozilla, Firefox, Netscape, and Opera. When starting the JavaScript, it is having the use for the is a client-based scripting language. So already we discussed that about any HTML, just a static page we can design that. In HTML5, there is having the dynamic page you can design, but there is support is required JavaScript. So with help of that, validation is the most part is there. Suppose I make a web page, just I design my form, so that time enter the name, so that time you can just enter the only the character alphabet you can enter there. It could not be allow the number value. So that things you can do with an JavaScript, that is a very important part of in a web designing. JavaScript is important. What is JavaScript? JavaScript was designed adding interactivity to HTML page. JavaScript is scripting language. Scripting language is a light weight programming language. JavaScript consists of line executable computer code. JavaScript is usually embedded directly to the HTML page. JavaScript is interpreted language, means the scripting executed without preliminary compilations. Everyone can use a JavaScript without purchasing a license. So the word is purchasing the license. When any software when it's launching, so that time they having the provide to license copy as a Microsoft product. All product you have to purchase there. So whatever the content, whatever all things it's provided there, when it's purchase the license copies there. So most of the many software is pirated, but is the JavaScript is indirectly is open source. You can use it, so it is not required. There is a special software is required. You can download it and you can work with it. So it is a indirectly open source scripting language. JavaScript. What is difference between Java and JavaScript? As the name comes in that Java and JavaScript. So both are the completely different. The company is completely different as for the Java and JavaScript. JavaScript and JavaScript are two completely different language, both concepts and design. Java developed by the Sun Microsystem. It is powerful, much more than complex programming language. Is the same as category C and C++. When you have to use the Java, so whatever the designing the software in Java, it is very perfectly. So there is a oops concept in Java. That concept is not inside your JavaScript. Embedding JavaScript in HTML. Embedded, what is mean by embedded? Embedding nothing but is combined with that. When you use the HTML code, within that you can use the JavaScript. Within it's that is called that the embedded JavaScript. By using the script tag, by specifying the file of JavaScript code, by specifying the JavaScript expression as the value of the HTML attribute, by using the event handler within a certain other HTML tags. So previously already discussed in HTML. HTML what is there? Just you can make a form, but you could not be make as an event. Just say that I click on button. So button clicking is the event. Mouse over is the one type of the event. So that thing is not possible in your HTML. The all things you can do with your JavaScript. It is very support for that you can design your web pages. So it is a HTML and JavaScript. So when you have in the good knowledge of the programming, so it is the easy way you can understand the JavaScript. How we can declare the script when we write the code in JavaScript? There is a keyword is required, the script. The script tag is extension. HTML can include the number of JavaScript statement as shown here. The script and you should be close that script, so you can write your code when you can need something you can write, but all things you can require that opening script and closing script. Document can have multiple script tags, each can enclose any number of JavaScript statements. How can put the JavaScript into an HTML page? So when you can write a HTML, then you can write a body statement, and you have to write a script type equal to text and a JavaScript. It is not always required the text. You can directly write a JavaScript double quotation, you can close it. And if you write a display statement, so it's required a document dot write, then you can opening in double quotation you can write hello words. So in this case, when you can write within that, you can write it and you can close it. And it's required body statement and HTML. If you want to display as same as on C++, suppose you have to write in a C, printf is required. In C++, you have to write what? A COUT statement. So when you can COUT statement as printf as C++, same like you want to display as document.write. So automatically this word will be displayed in your web page. So this is the output statement document.write. Ending the statement with an semicolon. With a traditional programming language like a C++ and Java, each code statement has end with an semicolon. The same like in when this is an interpreter, the line by line your code is checking. That is what is difference between C compilers and JavaScript interpreter. The compiler nothing but compile the entire program, execute in a single time. But in you have to interpret your code in a JavaScript, so line by line code is checking there. So when you have to use C, C++, so every time it's required, you have to write a semicolon. End of statement, semicolon is required. Many program continuous in habits when writing the JavaScript, but general semicolon are optional. This is one of the point is there. When it's you have to write, you have to give it the semicolon. There is no issue with that, but that thing is optional. However, semicolons are required if you want to put more than one statement, one line. So that time the semicolon is essential. Same thing is there. When I might write a code as document dot write hello world, good morning, document dot write, and many things you can write in a within line. So how you can your interpreter may understand the where the statement is beginning and where it is end there. So that time you have to write a semicolon. Every a complete document dot write, just you can write hello world, a semicolon, then you can write document dot write and very good morning. So end of require the semicolon. I mean within line you can write a multiple lines. So that case is required. You have to give the semicolon. Otherwise, when one line of the document dot write hello world, so that time it's not required. It should be given as a semicolon. Declaration of variable. JavaScript variables are used to store the data. Variable is container for information you want to store. Variable value can be changed during the script. You can refer to variable by name, see the value, or it's change the values. Variable is nothing but a value to be changed. That is value to be varies. So means if you want to write in a class, you have to write a function. So there is having the types of the variables. Some variable are the auto, some variable are the storage class, some variable are the static variable. Variable are rules of the variable name. Variable name can are the case sensitive. The case sensitive, this word comes in that means there is when I have to write as a alphabet capital letter, any alphabet small letter. So capital letter is having the ASCII code for the capital letter is a 65, and when it's right is a alphabet is a 91 ASCII key is there. So on the basis you have to write A. So how we can differentiate on the basis of ASCII code? The ASCII number is different, so automatically that alphabet is having the, we can categorize in a separately. When a declaration of variable as a capital letter and below that I use a small letter, so that way your interpreter could not be understand that, so that variable is undefined, so that if the message is come there due to the reason of a case sensitive. That's how we can interpret it, differentiate on the basis of ASCII keys. They must begin with a letter or the underscore character, same as the C, C++. If you have to give the variable name, so begin with a letter, otherwise underscore it. You could not be variable declaration with your number. Another way, you could not be give the difference a space, and you can give the BC. So this is not a way you can declare your variable. This is the way. So arithmetical operator. Arithmetical operator you can use as a plus symbol, then minus, asterisk sign, divisions, percentage, and plus plus increment and decrement. In this case, as a 2 y equal to 2, and then x plus y is the result is 4, same like minus 5 by 2, so result will be this multiplication. You have to write a multiply symbol. If you want to division, you can use it. And there is a percentage symbol if you want to remainder value you want to calculate, so that case is required percentage symbol. Same like that, 5% 2 is nothing but you will get the result as a remainder value as a 1. The increment is there. There is a pre-increment and post-increment. There is a two difference in between. Just I gave the plus plus a and I have to declare as a equal to 5. As example, this one. So plus plus symbol I have to use for the xx. So pre-increment nothing but value will be incremented before display that. Post increment nothing but it display the value and then increment. The same case is 5 there. Post increment nothing but 5. So I have to display the 5 and then increment there. Plus plus x, that time is pre-increment value to be changed and then display there. The same like a concern related decrement as a pre-increment and post increment. Assignment operator, if we want to give the comparison, so that case is required as a double quotation. Then I have to write a plus equal to same like x plus y, then x minus double equal to y, so x equal to x minus y multiplication, x multiplies equal to y, x equal to x multiply y. The same like a division, same like a percentage. Many times the students are confused about declaration of a shortcut way. So many times it is a better practice for student, you can declare all is the same as that. This is sometime difficult that you have to familiar with that, you can use it, otherwise not required. Then another way is equal to operator equal to. When you can compare with this, assign value is different there. X equal to y. So nothing but whatever the value of y is considered for is assigned for my x. The same thing is there. So double equal to nothing but value to which what we can take that the weather value is a comparative factor, means the comparator operator is used. In this case I have to use as is equal to, so written as false, means value to be true or false. Means 5 equal to 8 is nothing but not common, I have to write 5 equal to, so comparative factor is having the true, so it is a false. Equal to check both values and type x equal to y 5, then y equal to 5. I have to assign for this equal to sign. So xy return the true. x equal to y, so return value will be 5. Is not equal, the 5 is not equal to 8, return 2. When I have to write a comparator operator, so when you use the comparator operator, exclamatory symbol is used, not equal, is greater than, less than, and greater than equal to. So 5 is greater than equal to 8, written false. Same like less than, the less than symbol is required to, you have to write a symbol, then equal symbol you can use it. Then another way, a logical operator. A logical operator, when you can use a double and. So in description is and, is when two condition I want to check there, so logical operator is very important. So in this case, and, or, and this one is not. And logical gate, when you use as a digital electronics, that time this symbol is very important. Is that time the and is word is used, or is used, not is used. Operator nothing but when we can compare the two variables value, you can use and. If you want to check or and not, same like what result will display on the basis of what result, both the expression. In this case I'd use as and, x equal to 6, 5 equal to 3. So I have to check less than 10 and y is greater than 1, return a 2. Two condition I want to check there, so that case is required, you have to check with an logical operator. If you want a single value you can check it, so that time it's not required your and operator. If you have to check the two condition, then you can use it, otherwise not required. Same like or, when two values are true, the result will be true. One of the value is false, the result will be the false. Or operator nothing but any values to be true, so result will be true. Both the conditions are false, then result will be the false. So that is or. Not is nothing but x means not equal to what, return will be true. So it is nothing but exactly opposite is it is a complementary, means what we can say that exactly opposite. So not is required. This is all are the logical operator. So in this case, already we know about how we can declare as a just we can display the value. So in this case, require the document dot write. The two-way declaration of JavaScript as a script, you can close the script, and if you want to write a scripting language equal to JavaScript, and then you can close as a script. So two-way you can declare there. Document dot write, nothing but display the value as a format text with an code heading. Script alert. So this is alert is nothing but dialog box is open, is a related alert. In JavaScript, this facility is available. So HTML tag that is not providing any event handling concept, but with help of that you can alert there. When you can enter the anything in your text box, so automatically alert something as like a hello world. Or when you can enter the some number, you can specify when somebody can enter the character, so alert message will be displaying, don't enter the number. This is the message you can give, that it is the alert. The same like that alert double quotation, then you have to close with that. Same like a document dot write, but there is a difference between display, but this is the alert. So message dialog box is display on that. In this case, I have to write as a variable declaration. So in variable, you can directly value is assigned a double quotation, document dot write is display value, and then I had a scripting. So as being voicing. So write this is the way you can declare there. Use a break HTML code if you want to display some variable value, so you can use a plus symbol. In this case, in a printf statement of C programming, when we need the percent d and the value is a is there, so you can write is a percentage symbol. Means you can write a same like in scanf, percent sign is required, the comma a is there. In a printf, the percent d is there and comma a is there. So in that way you can display your value. Same thing is there, instead of the comma you can write a plus x, nothing but this is a variable, you can display the values. Rest of things we have to discuss in consider the advanced JavaScript concept in next lectures.